All right, so our next guest is proudly flying the flag for brand Jamaica through her exquisite handcrafted crochet designs and jewelry. This morning, she's here to share some of her stunning creations with us. Please welcome everybody. Woo! Stephanie Shaw. Hi, Stephanie. How are you doing?
I am doing great, thank you.
Perfect song, by the way. Glamorous. Spell it G-L-A. Where is Dodie and myself? This song, spell it out in a G-L-A-M-O-R-O-U-S. Like you have to sing it to get it, because that's exactly what I'm looking at right now. Just glamorous and exquisite designs.
Timeless pieces.
Timeless pieces, and it's all crochet.
It is.
Look at this. Talk to me about how did you get into crocheting from the Benin Guin?
I developed the fascination, I would say, about 2014, just about the art itself and the intricacy of crocheting and how you literally just use a piece of cord to turn it into something as fabulous as this. Yeah, that was 2014, and then about 2015, I started making stuff for myself. I started out doing bathing suits. People saw it, liked it, and literally that's how the business was formed.
Normally when you see crochet bags, you know, they're pretty straightforward. You know, it's like your standard crochet type of bag or your crochet item. But you've decided to do something a little bit more. And when I'm looking at the intricacy of your designs, I'm like, I can't even get the first stitch together. You don't even stitch it. So how? Like, when deciding what you wanted to do and in learning the intricacies of a design like this, how easy was that for you?
Well, this is definitely, well, it's easy because I know the craft and I know what to do, but it's definitely very time consuming for anybody who does crochet. They know what I'm talking about. But for these bags though, the rose petal bags, I'm heavily influenced by nature, especially flowers and the rose petal bags, and the idea and the thought behind it is to gift people their flowers, flowers that will not wither but will last a lifetime. That's
love that. Love that.
You're
You're self-taught?
I am. I taught myself how to crochet.
So
with
now,
a little bit of YouTube University.
That's the best school in the whole wide world. So now that you've learned this fine art, are you teaching it to other people?
Not at the moment, but I'm open to that.
Sounds like something you probably should do. And then you decided to turn it into a business.
Definitely.
Why?
Yes. The demand of other people, it wasn't my intention. A lot of people really start out doing hobbies and then people like it and they say, oh, you know, where you got this? And I'm like, I did it myself. And can you do this for me? And then word of mouth. And I'm like, okay, there's a lot of demand. Let me turn this into a business. And I did.
And then when you get into the whole business aspect of it, you know, you need to ensure that what I'm selling to the market has to stand the test of time. It looks good, but it also should feel good and last a very long time.
Definitely.
So in terms of durability and sustainability, what was your mindset going into that to ensure that what you're giving the general public is like 100% top tier?
Yeah, these are high quality crochet yarn that I use, and for crochet itself, it definitely lasts a lifetime. You'd probably have to use scissors to destroy this. Everything is done by hand. The crocheting, of course, and on the inside of the bag, I use African print material, and it's also hand stitched as well. Everything, I have a very keen attention to detail, so whatever it is I'm putting out there to the public is definitely something that I would want for myself. So as it relates to quality, it has to be top notch.
You hit the market with this, and what's the response? Because it's now a business for you. What a person's saying, can I make my request about what I want and you make it for me? Do you have, I see you have a different design with the orange
back
here,
yeah.
But in terms of me making a request, is that a possibility?
I'm open to customization for sure. So if it is that you like this, but you say, you know, I would prefer this in a yellow, or I like the pink one, but I would want it with like the bamboo handle, I can definitely have that done for you for sure.
And not only bags, but you went into a t-shirt line for a little bit?
Yes, well, it's actually still...
still going?
Yeah, it is. T-Things Designs. T-Things Designs, which is still active right now. So that's my t-shirt line where I do like graphic designs. But the crochet line itself is really where I started doing business. So it's almost like I'm going back to my roots, so to speak, where it all began, which is the foundation of how I got into business. So both businesses are active right now. Crush, which is the crochet line, and my graphic design t-shirt.
And what has it taught you about business in general and being an entrepreneur? And a lot of persons are getting into entrepreneurship.
Yeah, it has to be something that you are passionate about, especially crocheting, because it's quite repetitive. You're doing the same thing over and over again. Just to go in there with an open mindset and to just know exactly what it is that you want and to not play small, you know, just reach for the skies, right? And to just believe in yourself as well. Because when you start out doing something, you may not have the support behind you, but you have to know what you want, and you definitely have to believe in yourself and your brand as well.
For persons who are interested, where can we find your stuff? You're on social, you're in stores?
I'm online right now. You can find me on Instagram at Crush by SS, so that's KRUSH by _SS. You can just send me a DM there and we can make it happen.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you too.
And by the way, hi Deidre, hi mommy. Mommy Deidre is watching. Hey girl, she got my namesake. Hey mom. Hey mom. That was entrepreneur and founder of Crush by SS, Stephanie Shaw. More on Weekend Smile right after this break. It matched me. Look here, guys.